Good afternoon, everyone. This is LOZ Cards Fan here with another exciting edition of Game Show Night here on Fun for Freedom channel. Our first game of the day is Card Sharks, and today we have two contestants battling out to see who can win as much as 32,000 rupees and a brand new car. And we have a good match for you folks because we have the two biggest winners in the history of Card Sharks to see if one of them can further their lead or if the other can overtake number one. So, without further ado, let's meet our first contestant. It's Professor Whom. How are you doing this afternoon?
Doing fine.
Excellent. Good to hear. So, in your career on Card Sharks, you have won 38,995 rupees. That is number two all time. But you do have the record for the most rupees won in a single championship reign, which is 32,095 rupees. So, ready to go and see if you can maybe perhaps get back your number one spot?
My body is ready.
Excellent. Good to hear. Thank you very much for being here on Card Sharks. And your opponent is the number one all-time winningest contestant in Card Sharks history with 39,476 rupees. It's Sariathesage. How are you doing today, Saria?
I'm good, Laz. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Good to have you here, Saria. I didn't get to ask you this during the After Zeldathon party, so I'll ask you right now. What was your favorite part about Zeldathon?
Oh, wow. I think I actually got a different experience than most people because for the most part I was actually on chat moderation. One of my favorite bits though was definitely Marissa and was it Vidya James when they did the Overworld theme from Spirit Tracks on the flute and guitar. I really enjoyed that.
Ooh, I don't think I got to see that. I'll bet that was really good, though.
Yeah, it was.
All right, good to have you here, Saria. All right, you two are big-time veterans of Card Sharks. You know how the game works, but I'm going to explain to those who may be first-time viewers of the show Card Sharks. Here's how the game works. The object of the game is to get through your row of 5 cards by correctly guessing whether the next card is higher or lower than the one preceding it. If you do that, you'll win the game and 100 rupees. Win 2 games, you go on to play the money cards for a shot at 32,000 rupees and a brand new car. Now, before you can answer the cards, you must answer a high-low toss-up question. Now, since neither one of you are returning champions, we did a drawing backstage. Professor Whom, you will be playing the red cards. Saria, you'll be playing the blue cards. Good luck to both of you. We're going to get started with question number 1, and it belongs to you, Professor Whom. Here it is. We asked 100 married men, have you been grocery shopping in the past week? How many said that they have been shopping in the past week?
I'm gonna say 35.
35 out of 100 said that they have been shopping in the past week. And Saria, is the actual answer higher or lower than 35?
I'm gonna say lower.
Lower than 35. If it is lower than 35, Saria, you will have control of the cards. If not, Professor Whom will have control of the cards. And if either one of you gets an answer right on the nose, you win a 1,000 rupee bonus. Here is the answer. Number of married men who have been shopping in the past week is 72. No, it's not lower. It is much higher. Professor Whom gets control of the cards. And now, Professor Whom, in game number 1, your first card is a 5. Now, for winning the question, you will have the right to change your card if you don't like it. So, Professor Whom, with a 5, do you want to play or change?
These cards have a history of being very mean to me.
Indeed, that's what we call the game Evil Card Sharks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go higher on this one.
All right, he's going to keep the 5 and go higher. Now, remember, Whom, if it's another 5, you lose. It must be higher than the 5. Is it right? Oh no, it's another 5. It's not higher.
Wow.
Man, what a tough start already to Card Sharks. And that means Saria gets a free shot at the cards. Now, Saria, you did not win the high-low question, and that means you cannot change the card. Your card is a jack. Call this.
Play and lower than the jack, please.
Lower than the jack. Oh no, another jack! 2 doubles to start the show of Card Sharks. Wow, amazing. That means we go on to question number 2, and it goes to you, Saria. We asked 100 recent immigrants from the Soviet Union. When you lived in the Soviet Union, did you believe most of what you read in the Soviet newspapers? How many said that they did believe what they read?
I'm gonna say 60%.
60 out of 100. And I'm reading in chat that everybody's freezing, and I'm joining the club because I'm here in Wisconsin and it's been biting cold. Luckily, we're going to get some kind of warm up, maybe about 30 degrees by the end of the week. But yes, I'm with you, everyone. 60 out of 100 is what Saria says. Professor Whom, is it higher or lower than 60?
I'm gonna have to say lower.
Lower than 60. Number of recent immigrants from the Soviet Union who believe what they read is 8. That's all. 8. Very much lower, Professor Whom. You have control of the cards. And Professor Whom, you've got a 5. Want to play it or change it?
Let's give this another go.
All right.
I'm gonna play it higher.
All right. He's going to try it again and go higher. Is he right this time? It's a king. Okay, Professor Whom, with a king, you can either continue on playing high, low, or freeze. But if you make a mistake, you go back to your base card. And as we saw before, Saria would get a free shot. What are you going to do, Professor Whom?
Lower than the king.
Lower than the king? Oh no, another king! The third double!
Wow.
Whoa, the cards are evil today. Sorry, you get a free shot at the cards. Again, you cannot change your jack. Call this.
Lower than the jack, please.
Lower than the jack? Oh no, a queen! What is going on here? Wow! The cards are full evil today, and we have not even gotten to the money cards. We'll go to question number 3. Professor Whom, we asked 100 Boy Scouts, have you ever been sent to the principal's office for misbehaving? How many said that they have been sent to the principal's office?
I'm gonna say 37.
37 out of 100. All right. Saria, is it higher or lower than 37?
I'm gonna say higher.
Higher than 37. Number of Boy Scouts who've been sent to the principal is 71. Very much higher, Saria. You've got it and control of the cards. Okay, Saria, you've got a jack. Would you like to play or change?
I'm gonna play and lower than the jack, please.
Lower than the jack? Oh no, an ace! Are you kidding me? This is unreal.
Wow.
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 I
These
have.
cards are evil today.
Oh, they've taken evil to a new level, man. All right,
I
Professor.
know.
All right, Professor Whom, you get a free shot at the cards, and you've got that 5. You can't change it. Good luck.
I'll need it.
What's the call?
Okay, I'm gonna say higher than the 5.
High.
Maybe this time it'll do well.
Let's see. Higher than the 5? No, it's a deuce.
Oh my gosh.
This is insane. I've never seen so many missed calls. All right, we're at the 4th and final question. That means it's sudden death. Somebody's going to have to win in this play of the cards, and I got a feeling whoever wins control isn't going to play. So this is very important. Saria, the question goes to you. We asked 100 women millionaires, have you ever spent more than $1,000 for a single dress? How many said that they have spent over $1,000 for a dress?
Oh, wow. I'm gonna say 75.
75 out of 100 said that women millionaires have spent over $1,000 for a dress. Professor Whom, is it higher or lower than 75?
Lower?
Lower than 75. Number of women millionaires who have spent over $1,000 on a dress is 6. Only 6. You're right, Professor Whom. It is lower. We're now in sudden death, Professor Whom. Here are your options. You've got a 5. You can change the card if you'd like, but you'd have to call all 4 cards in a row correctly to win. If you do so, you win the game, but if you goof, Saria wins the game. Or you can pass control to Saria, who's got a jack. She cannot change the card, and if she goofs, you win the game, Professor Whom. What are you going to do? Play or pass?
Take it away from me.
All right, we're going to pass control to Saria. Saria, you've got a jack. You got to call 4 in a row to win. What's this?
Lower than the jack.
Lower than the jack? It's a 3. Okay, Saria, keep going.
Higher than the 3.
Higher than the 3? It's a 6. All right, Saria, 2 more for the win. What's this one?
Higher than the 6, please.
Higher than the 6? It's a 10. Okay, Saria, you're 1 card away. Get it right, and you've got it. What's the call?
Lower than the 10, please.
For an unbelievable win, is it lower than the 10? Oh no, it's a jack! And Professor Whom wins game number 1. Oh, were you getting nervous there
Well
for a
played,
moment?
Whom.
Were you getting nervous there for a minute, Professor Whom?
I was. I was like, these cards have betrayed me.
Yep, but in the end, Evil Card Sharks won out, and that means game number 1 and 100 rupees goes to you, Professor Whom, but as you know, it takes 2 games to win, so Saria, you gotta win this one to stay alive in the match. Brand new cards dealt out, we go to game number 2, and here's the question to you, Professor Whom. We asked 100 people, would you approve of an increase in your taxes to improve the conditions of prisons in your state? How many said that they would approve the tax increase?
I'm gonna say 27.
27 out of 100 would approve the tax increase. Saria, is it higher or lower than 27?
I'm gonna say lower.
Lower than 27. Number of people who would approve a tax increase is 37. No, it's not lower, it's higher. Professor Whom, you have control of the cards. And Professor Whom, your first card in this game is an ace.
Nice.
Well, what are you going to do?
I just like to point something out. I almost said 37
You almost...
when I was guessing the number.
Oh, man. Well, got to go with your first instinct, but that's all right. You've got the ace. What's the call?
Lower than the ace.
Lower than the ace? It's a 10. Okay, Professor Whom, you got a 10. Want to play or freeze?
I'm gonna play it lower.
Lower than the 10? It's a 3. 2 more cards for the championship. Whom, what's the call, or do you want to freeze?
Higher than that 3.
Risking it higher than the 3? It's a king! 1 card away and you've got a king. What are you going to do?
I'm going to freeze.
You're going to freeze on the king.
Yeah, these cards.
All right, we're freezing on the king. That protects your position, but more importantly, it keeps Saria away from the cards. We go to question number 2, and the question belongs to you, Saria. We asked 108-year-old boys from Japan, are your parents old-fashioned? How many said that they are old-fashioned, Saria?
I'm gonna say 65.
65 out of 100 say that they are old-fashioned. Professor Whom, what do you think? Higher or lower than 65?
I'm gonna say higher.
Higher than 65. Number of 8-year-old boys from Japan who said the parents are old-fashioned is 7. No, it's not higher. It's very much lower. Saria, you have control of the cards. Saria, your first card in this game is a queen. You want to play or change?
Play and lower than the queen.
All right, lower than the queen. Oh no, another queen! It's not lower. And Professor Whom, you have a free shot at the cards and you've got a king. Get it right, you win the championship. Call this.
Lower than the king.
For the championship, is it lower than the king? It's a 9 and Professor Whom has won and he's going to the money cards. Well done.
Well played, Whom.
Boy, oh boy. Sorry, I tell you what, the cards were just nasty today. I am terribly sorry. But did you have a lot of fun?
I did, yeah, and well played, Whom. The evil card sharks is evil.
Oh my.
Indeed.
Well, indeed. Well, congratulations, and thank you very much for being here on Game Show Night, Saria.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay, Professor Whom, you got through the evil money cards. Are you ready to play the money cards now?
Indeed.
All right, let's get to the board. Okay, Professor Whom, as you know, you've won 200 rupees for winning the match. That is yours to keep no matter what. But now I'm going to give you new money to bet with, and I see a really good card for you, so you're going to like what you see. But I'm just going to explain the rules because, of course, we have some new viewers. We start you on the bottom row with 200 rupees and 3 cards to bet on. Then I'll move you up to the next row and give you another 400 rupees of betting money and 3 more cards. Remember that the minimum bet is 50 rupees and you must bet in 50 rupee increments until you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must risk at least half of your rupees. Now, in addition to the regular cards, we've added a couple of jokers to the deck. If you find one, you get an extra chance of winning the car at the end. We give you 1 joker for free for winning the match. And finally, you can change one card per line by using the 3 spare cards that you see there, but only 1 card per line. Okay, Professor Whom, you've got 200 rupees, and your first card is a deuce. You can't lose on a deuce. What are you going to do here?
All in higher than the 2.
All right, all of it higher than the 2. Now, hopefully we don't see another 2, but if another 2 does come up, it's a push, no win, no loss. All of it, 200 rupees. Higher than the 2, it's a 9. You've doubled your money, you've got 400 rupees and a 9, and you have the option to change the card. What are you going to do, Professor Whom?
I'm going to change that card.
And which card would you like, 1, 2, or 3?
Let's go with 3.
All right, card number 3. Let's see if we can get you a good card here. Professor Whom, that 9 now becomes... Oh, another 9! Oof. You got 400 rupees and a 9. How much would you like to bet?
I'm going to go all in higher than the 9.
All right, he's going to try it. All of it. 400 rupees. Higher than the 9? Oh, no, it's a 7. I'm sorry about that, Professor Whom. But you're not out of it yet. We'll move the 7 up to the next row. I'll give you the other 400 rupees, and you can build it up again. You've got 400 rupees and a 7, and now you have the option to change the card. What are you going to do?
I'm going to change that card again.
All right. Card 1 or 2?
2.
Card number 2. All right. The 7 now becomes a queen. That's a much better card. Okay, Professor Whom, 400 rupees and a queen. What are you going to do here?
All of it lower than the queen.
All right. All of it. For 800 rupees, lower than the queen, it's a 5. You got it. All right. You've got 800 rupees and a 5, but you cannot change the card. What are you going to do?
All of it higher than the 5.
All right. Again, going all of it. 1,600 rupees if he's right. All of it. Higher than the 5, it's a 9. All right, Professor Whom. Now you've got that 9 again. That's 3 9s we've seen. There's 1,600 rupees and a 9. Again, you cannot change the card. What will you do here?
I like going all in, and if I've learned anything from last time, I should go lower.
You're going to go all of it lower than the 9.
I have to give it a shot.
All right, he's going to do it. All of it. For 3,200 rupees, lower than the 9. Oh no, it's a queen! I'm sorry, Professor Whom. You busted. Those 9s were just so cruel to you, man. Tough luck. You played them very well, but it just wasn't meant to be this time. I'm sorry, Professor Whom.
Those 9s.
Oh, man, yep. If it's not one card, it's another. But maybe you can win a car here and make up for it. So let's see what kind of car we're going to offer you. The car we're going to offer you here is a Suzuki Samurai worth 7,949 rupees. It's the most expensive car that is in the game. And oddly enough, I have never given away this car before. No one has managed to win it yet. Maybe you'll be number 1. So give me a number between 1 and 7, and hopefully you can find that car. And guys on the Fun for Freedom chat, pick a number and see if you can win a car yourself just for fun. Professor Whom, where would you like me to place the Joker?
23 is number 1.
You're going to pick number 1?
Yep.
All right, number 1 it is. All right. Okay, Professor Whom, I wish you the best of luck. I'd like to see the car given away on the first game of Card Sharks here on Game Show Night. Here we go. Is the car behind card number 1? No, it's not. I am sorry, Professor Whom. Let's see what the chat thinks. Saria says number 4. Dr. COXN185 says 3. The Little Lioness says 6. Red Craig says 5. Swanjack 3. Kumo Kuma says 7. Amy Lou 5. Biohazard 5. And Cool Chris 2. Well, somebody's going to get it right because all of the numbers have been covered. Let's find out where the car was. Number 7. Oh, Kuma got it right. And Professor Whom, I know 5 and 7 are the 2 numbers you like to select, and yep, it was behind one of them. But anyways, Professor Whom, you still have not gotten the number 1 seed back from Saria. You're still a couple hundred rupees short, but you are our champion, and you will play in our next match of Card Sharks. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back for more Card Sharks right after this, so don't go away.